If you would like to help support Jonose Cigars, head on over to the Smoke a Good One shop, link in the description below, where you can find all the great Jonose Cigars merchandise, t-shirts, phone cases, coffee mugs, and much more. So head on over to the Smoke a Good One shop today and help support this amazing cigar channel. Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Joe with Jonose Cigars. Privada box time again. I know I did one already earlier this month, but as you might have noticed, it was the Halloween box, and I did it several days after Halloween. It was over a week after Halloween. Kind of inappropriate, I thought. So contacted Brian, asked him, hey, is there any way I can get my shipments a little earlier? When I first signed up, apparently I signed up for like the end of the month, which means I basically were among the last of the people to get their boxes from Privada. So he happily obliged, and so now what I believe is going to be the Thanksgiving box I'm going to bring to you here in Thanksgiving week. A little better timing, I think, than the last time. And now, moving forward, I should be among the first half of people to be getting the Privada boxes. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Also, another thing that's cool about this box for this particular month is we have in Farm Rolled, supposed to be the Espinosa takeover of Farm Rolled. We had one by A.G. Fernandez, an A.G. Fernandez takeover of Farm Rolled, which was excellent, by the way. Fantastic cigars. And now we should have 4 from the Lizona factory. And looking here, yes, the tasting notes here that have the great little space to put your cigar tasting notes from Farm Rolled. All 4 of these cigars today, this month, come from the Lizona factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Let's see, we have a 6x60 Maduro, nice hefty stick. A let's see, a 5.5 by 54 Habano, a 5x52 Connecticut, and a 4.5 by 52 Maduro. These look fantastic. I'm going to take this big beefy one out of the cellophane real quick. In fact, I'm going to take all of them out of the cellophane so I can give them all the sniff test. Boy, this one feels very, very toothy. It's got this very fine sort of dust characteristic or sensation when you rub it on your fingers. That's, ooh, does that smell sweet and musty? The other little Maduro, the 4.5 by 52 Maduro stick. Not quite so musty, a little more, a little sweeter. The Connecticut, all these are Parejos, none of these are box pressed or Bellicosas of any kind. That one smells very nice. Lastly, the Habano. This one looks the nicest, actually, in my opinion. Now it's got that nice sour, almost funky sort of earth and barnyard sort of aroma. All these look great. Fantastic little array of cigars. Can't wait to try them. Now let's move on to the main attraction for this month. What is supposed to be the Thanksgiving box. They don't really officially call it the Thanksgiving box. They simply are releasing it around Thanksgiving time, so a lot of people are going to be probably smoking these on Thanksgiving, myself included. I'll have probably at least one of these on Thanksgiving. We'll see. All right. Now, Brian has been doing preview videos for his boxes the last couple of months, and I already had a glimpse as to what to expect. Let's dive right in to the cigars we've got here. This is the first one is from Vault Cigars, Series 1, age 6 years. Honduras, Raíces Cubanas Farm and Factory, Hugo Sanchez, 25 years in business using traditional Cuban methods. There's no farm or factory like it. I truly believe some of the best cigars in the world come out of this factory. This is the man behind Padilla, Viaje, Alec, Ilusione, and the list goes on. All of their best stuff comes from Raíces. So, it is truly an honor that they have allowed us to raid their vaults. These are the cigars that were forgotten. These are the cigars that were never paid for. These are the resting vampires of this factory. Vault. Anytime you see this cigar brand, buy it. No one in the world can get their hands on these right now except you, but at some point cigars from this brand will be available in stores. Each edition is totally different from the next, but we have them first. Damn, we're lucky. This is a 6.5 by 54 box-pressed Habano Honduran wrapper over an Ecuadorian Connecticut binder on top of Nicaraguan and Honduran fillers. When I tell you that we may never get a cigar that produces these flavors again, I am not exaggerating. I recommend this for the morning with a vanilla coffee. Something happens to certain cigars during the aging process, and aging at the factory is dog years compared with aging in the States. It's like the age on Scotch versus the age on bourbon. Some aging resonates faster. Interesting pre-light aromas. They're weird. They switch. Look, I'm smelling it. It's the first time I smelled this cigar. Just opened it. And it's almost getting phantom aromas off of it each time I take a whiff. I'll have to figure that one out a little bit later. All right, moving on. Now, I've seen this cigar before, not from Privada, but with another cigar club, and I was really interested by the cigar that they had. This is a different one, so I'm happy to see a different one. This is the Edgar Sued Monovarietal Corojo edition. Edgar Sued, Dominican, born and raised. Tobacco is his only profession. After years of working under other master blenders like Chico Rivas, Edgar finally has his own factory. He has been patiently waiting to be introduced to the Privada Cigar Club community. Monovarietal edition cigars are made with one type of tobacco, using the same tobacco but from different parts of the plant. Interesting. This is the Corojo edition. It is a Dominican Puro. It is extremely hard to get these kinds of flavors from an all-Dominican cigar, and this is why I decided to share the cigar with the club. This is another dessert-flavored cigar, but this is a bit heavier than the Vault, so I recommend this one for the afternoon, after lunch, with something sweet. Treat yourself and indulge in some of the best flavors we will ever see in a Dominican Puro. It is extremely important to understand that Dominican blenders have to take a lot more time and use a lot more skill when working only with Dominican tobaccos. As you will notice when smoking the Puritos that we did a video for on YouTube and have in our shop, most Puritos will be Nicaraguan cigars. It is arguable that most good Nicaraguan tobacco is so good you can simply put it with other tobaccos and get something at least good, if not great. With Dominican tobacco, this is not the case. Blending with Dominican is truly recipe focused and can take months to find the right combinations of tobaccos. That being said, when the blender gets it right, a Dominican Puro can do something that Nicaraguan tobacco cannot. It can offer flavor like no other and sensation that does not leave the mouth fatigued. Edgar Sued is the next generation of master blenders with a passion and drive like no other. It is an honor to have him in the club. Now, you'll notice that on the band, and on the band of the other cigar that I had previously from this man, it doesn't say Edgar Sued, it said Edgar Julian. So, you might have seen Edgar Julian and think Edgar Sued. I don't know what this, well, that's kind of what it is. I'm not too sure how many of you have actually seen anything by Edgar Julian or Edgar Sued. I have only seen this once. It was a Producciones Pequeñas, I think it was, or was it Pequeñas, whatever. I think it was called the Producciones Pequeñas. It was another Dominican cigar. Had a red label. It was long. It was a Lonsdale, basically. And it was a very, very interesting cigar. It burned beautifully. And I'm trying to remember what the flavors were like. And honestly, I'm going to have to go look back through what I took notes on because I don't remember. Now, this has got a very vanilla-esque coffee bean sort of pre-light aromas. Lots of cream notes coming off of the foot of this cigar. All right, looking forward to that one. Last but not least, it looks like we've got another Lancero. And it's from Sinistro. Sinistro Plata y Ploma. The boys at Sinistro are back at it again. Once again, hailing from the depths of the aging rooms at the Dominican Republic's oldest tobacco factory, La Aurora. This cigar is and will only be found at Privada. La Aurora is infamous for a type of tobacco called andula. It is one of the oldest methods of curing tobacco and also the hardest and longest process I have heard of to date. They basically wrap the tobacco in leaves from a banana plant for months and months at a time. You can see this process on La Aurora's website. James, being the perfectionist that he is, spent 4 months on this blend. It's got something so satisfying that other cigars will pale in comparison if this tickles your fancy. It is full-flavored and should be enjoyed after the big meal and possibly with dessert and coffee. Connecticut shade wrappers never tasted so good. Interesting. This is a very nice-looking Connecticut shade wrapper. Do a close-up here in a second. That andula just does something underneath. Satisfying is the best way I can describe this cigar. Take special note of the band. Plata y ploma was a saying used by the late Pablo Escobar. It basically means silver or lead, meaning if you are on my team, you get the silver. If not, you get the lead. The choice is yours. The band features artwork that looks like the front of an important building. One half of it is sunny and nice with silver coins and peace. The other side is fighting and war with bullets. This is possibly the coolest band I have ever seen. Now this one, again, got that creamy, sweet vanilla and almost like dried fruit there. And Fig Newtons. Definitely Fig Newtons off of the foot. Alright, there's some funkiness going on in there too. It's got kind of a sour note intertwined in that sweet and creamy flavor off of the pre-light aromas. Okay, not a bad little pack for November. We got 3 great looking cigars that all promise to be delicious. Very interesting backstories in all of them. And 4 great looking cigars courtesy of Espinosa and the La Zona factory. So I have got a good month of smoking ahead of me. Can't wait. Thank you so much for joining me for another Privada unboxing. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram when I do these written reviews of the Privada sticks. I don't really do the farm rolled sticks because those are just kind of everyday smokes and you wouldn't know what I'm smoking anyway. You could probably figure it out, but I tend to just stick with the Privada sticks when I do the written reviews on Instagram. So at Jonose Cigars, that is my handle. Check me out, and yeah, until next time, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Smoke a good one.